Namaste, witches. Welcome to the mat and welcome to this brand new flow. My name is Bethany. I am the Yogi Witch, and today I'm going to guide you through a spicy, fiery 25-minute flow for yoga for power. Now, you can see this as physical power as we work through these Surya Namaskars, we work through our warriors, we start to create that strength in the body. Or you can come to this mat looking for that spiritual power, calling upon the fire element to help us feel energized, to help us feel magical, to help us feel like we can do anything, we can conquer anything, and that we are in control of our lives. A feeling that sometimes gets taken away from us if you feel anxious, you feel stressed, or you let someone else take your shine. We all do it. So for today's practice, you can light yourselves a candle if you want to welcome in that fire element. You don't have to have 100 candles lit, you can just have one. If you don't have them nearby, you can call upon the fire within. But we're going to begin at the top of our mats. Coming into Tandasana, so activating our Tandasana pose, tuck tailbone under, roll shoulders away from the ears and relax the arms down by your side. As we open up our circle, begin this practice with taking a beautiful deep inhale and a slow exhale. Starting to connect down to the earth through the toes, starting to connect to the heavens through the crown of the head. And starting to find that power within. So from your Tandasana, you're going to start to take your fingers and press into the space just underneath the ribs, activating that solar plexus chakra, the big ball of golden light that sits underneath the ribs, the chakra associated with energy, with passion, with drive. Just starting to press it here as we breathe in through the nose. And we breathe out through the nose. And today, to welcome in that power, to welcome in the heat, we are going to work through 10 rounds of Surya Namaskar, our sun salutations, but coming in to a little bit of a fiery, a modified variation. But remembering, today's power practice can be physical, it can be spiritual, it can be both. So you can skip out any vinyasas, you can skip out any down dogs that you do not want. But remind yourself of the fact that you came to the practice, that you took this time for you. As we inhale and we exhale. Beautiful. On your next inhale, cover, sweep those arms to the sky. Take it all the way up and overhead, find a mini back bend. And then exhale to bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those arms by your side, open up the heart. And then exhale, plant hands down. Step back one leg, step back another, press off the toes, we're going to lower down halfway, and then lift the body in to upward facing dog, feeling the strength in to the arms. Remember, you can take that variation, knees down. Inhale, exhale, hip bones to the sky, downward facing dog, pedaling out those legs, bending into one knee, bend into another. When you're ready from here, gaze to the top of the mat. You can take one big step. You can bring the legs to touch and jump all the way in between the thumbs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Sweep those arms up and overhead to prayer. And then bring them back to heart center. Round 2. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back one leg, step back another, press off the toes, drop from the top or drop from the knees that we lower halfway. Press back up, find upward facing dog, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Taking the hip bones to the sky, holding for 3. Hold 2. On your 1, gaze between the thumbs, take 1 big step, or maybe gracefully like me, you jump all the way to the top of the mat. God, I'm terrible at that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms to the sky. Back to heart center, round 3. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward falls. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back 1 leg, step back another. Take your chaturanga, lowering halfway. Press back up to upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Remembering you can drop those knees at any point. And then when you're ready, gaze to the top of the mat. Take 1 big step, take a jump to come all the way forwards. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, roll the body to standing. Arms flow up and overhead. Back to heart center. Woo! Round 4. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back 1 leg, step back another. Take your chaturanga. Beautiful. Inhale, find a lift. Exhale, send the hips to the sky. Oh, I can feel this heat. Call upon that fire element. The power to grow, the power to glow, the power to conquer. God, that was Welsh. Conquer. Hold for 3. For 2. And 1. Gaze to the top of the mat. Walking, stepping, jumping forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll the body to standing, sending the arms up and overhead. Hands to prayer at heart center. Halfway through round 5. Inhale, send the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, jump back, take your vinyasa. Inhale to find length. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Remembering you can drop those knees to child's pose. Hold for 3, for 2, and for 1. Gaze to the top of the mat, walking, stepping, jumping all the way forwards. My jump's getting better. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll the body to standing, arms flow up and overhead, back to heart center. Give yourself a 5 breath rest here before we come on to round 6. Feeling that heartbeat beneath the thumbs. Roll shoulders away from the ears and tuck the tailbone under. Inhale. When you're ready, cover and exhale. We keep flowing. Sweep those arms to the sky. Forward fold. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step back, jump back. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, find your lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding your down dog for 3, for 2, and 1. Gaze between the thumbs, walking, stepping, jumping to the top of the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, roll the body to standing, arms up and overhead, Back to heart center, round 7. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back one leg, step back another. Take your chaturanga. Inhale, find upward facing dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. Down dog. 3 more rounds after this. We hold our down dog for 2. And for 1, gaze to the top of the mat, walking, stepping, jumping your way forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll the body to standing, arms flow up and overhead. Back to heart center. Woo, round 8. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back one leg, step back another, take your chaturanga. Arms are raking, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. You've got it covered. Embrace that power. We inhale. On your exhale, gaze to the top of the mat, jumping, stepping, floating all the way forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, roll the body to standing, hands to heart center. Oh my goodness, my arms are on fire. Round 9, we are almost there. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank, take your chaturanga. Inhale, final lift. Exhale, downward dog. Pedal out those legs here if you fancy a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Before we gaze to the top of the mat, walking, stepping, jumping your way forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, roll the body to standing. Hands to heart center. Yes. 1 more round. Yes. When you're ready, come in. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, jump back, take your vinyasa. Inhale, find upward facing dog. Exhale, hip bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Before we gaze to the top of the mat, walking, stepping, jumping forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, roll the body to standing, hands come to prayer, back to heart center. From here, we immediately move in to a 3-legged down dog to keep this flow going, keep this energy up. If you'd like to take a break, as always, press pause here. But when you're ready, forward fold. Keep those halfway lifts moving. We inhale, open the heart. On your exhale, plant the hands down, step back with left leg. With the right leg, we pull it all the way to the sky. Bend that knee off into split dog. Inhale. On your exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Step between the thumbs. Before we lift the chest, we're going to bring those hands as if they're holding a big ball, a beautiful big ball of energy here. So holding it here as we lift the chest up to high lunge. Pivot the back foot and come to this golden warrior. So imagine that big ball of energy, that solar plexus, you're holding it in your hands. Bend deep into the front knee, option to lift the front heel up. Keep that ball in your hand as you lower the front heel down and lean back to reverse warrior. Inhale, lift the body up, extend the front leg, hand stays holding the ball as you come, probably holding it like this, as you come into triangle. Bend into that front knee, lift back into that gorgeous warrior two alignment, pivot on the back tippy toes, and from here we're going to step all the way to the top of the mat and come to our chair pose. So step forward, sit low, hold this ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, open that heart. Exhale, plant the hands down. This time we step back with the right leg and we float the left leg to the sky. Bend the knee off to split dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. Before we lift the chest, bring that big ball of energy to the heart. Inhale, lift to high lunge. Exhale, pivot the back foot with the back of the mat. Roll to your warrior two. Lift the front heel up. Lower that front heel, lean back. Reverse warrior, hand stays holding that golden ball, the ball of fire, the ball of energy, your magic. Inhale, roll the body to the center, extend front leg, come in to your triangle pose. Inhale. We lift the body up, bend back into that front knee. Before we pivot on the back toes, step into that chair pose. Still holding that ball, step all the way forward. Bend into the knees and sit lovely and low. Holding wherever you are for 5, for 4, oh my leg's burning, for 3, for 2, and for 1, forward fold. Giving those wrists a little bit of a wiggle out. Now from here, you can stay in a forward fold. If you have crow pose in your practice, you might choose to shift your energy to the hands and come to crow. But holding wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back, jump back, take your vinyasa. Woo! Inhale, find upward facing dog. Exhale, hip bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Woo! Pedal out those legs. Before we come to cool down, we're going to take a twist. So walk your feet to the edges of your mat. Shift weight to the left hand as right hand flows underneath the body, gazing under the armpit. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Move through center, right hand down, left hand floats underneath the body. Gazing for 3, for 2, and 1. Walk the body into the center. If you have jumped through, you can jump through. You can lower the legs to the mat. Anything that feels good to you, but send the legs all the way forwards. Coming to sit onto the sit bones, we inhale for length and exhale to forward fold, rounding into the shoulders, round into the spine. On your inhale, lift the gaze. On your exhale, we're going to roll the body up, bend into the knees. And before we come to close practice, let's stretch out the arms. So come first to reverse tabletop, pointing the fingers towards the hips. We inhale to lift the hip bones up. And from here, send hips to heels. So you get a gorgeous stretch in the shoulders. Moving back and move forwards. Maybe flipping those fingertips around, stretching the inside of the wrists. Maybe taking the fingers to the side and start to take some wiggles from side to side. Beautiful. Before we relax the hips down, cross those ankles, come into a comfortable seated position, making a fist, taking some wrist rolls in one direction. Take some wrist rolls in another, bring in the head. And then when you're ready from here, we roll shoulders away from the ears, flip the palms down into the knees, and start to balance out this fire element with a little bit of grounding. So close the eyes. Find length through the crown of the head. Now to close this practice, we're going to take 3 rounds of alternative nostril breathing. So you can work with 2 hands, or you can follow me, and with your dominant hand, you're going to breathe in 3 fingers. Let's try that again. The 3 fingers in, so the pinky and the thumb point out. All together we inhale. And we exhale. Cover the right nostril and inhale left. Cover left, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover right, exhale left. Inhale left. Cover left and exhale right. Inhale right. Before we cover right, exhale left. Relax the hand down to the lap and give yourself a few moments. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out. Ready for round 2. Take your dominant hand up, bring the 3 fingers in. All together we inhale through the nose. And exhale out the nose. Cover the right nostril and inhale left. Cover left, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover right, exhale left. Inhale left. Cover left, exhale right. Inhale right. Before we cover right, exhale left. Relax the hand down to the lap, close the eyes. Give yourself a few moments of breathing in through the nose and breathing out. When you're ready, Kevin, we move on to the 3rd and final round. Take your dominant hand, bring the 3 fingers in as we inhale through the nose. And on your hand, exhale. On your next inhale, cover right nostril, inhale left. Cover left, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover right and exhale left. Inhale left. Cover left, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover right, and finally we exhale left. Bringing the hands to prayer at heart center. Dropping head to heart, blinking the eyes open if they close, and come back into the room. Closing our circle, closing our practice by bowing low with love, with gratitude to ourselves for coming to the mat, to this online coven for their support, and as always from me to you, thanking you for allowing me into your yoga journey today. How are we feeling? I really hope that this Yoga for Power flow help you feel empowered, help you feel magical, and really raise those vibrations. Now, if you still have the candles burning, you can let them burn all the way out, only if you're keeping an eye on them, or you can blow them out. It is completely up to you and what you believe in your candle magic practice. But if you enjoy today's flow, I would appreciate any kind of support for the coven by maybe liking this flow or subscribing to my channel. And if you are looking to join the coven, then in the description box below, you will find links and information about my membership area called the Coven, where we come together from around the world to flow with over 22 hours of flow library, workshop challenges, get-togethers, retreats, etc. It is super exciting. So you can find out more about that in the link description below. I'm not very good about the ad stuff, but anyway, thank you so much for joining me on the mat today, witches, and I really hope to see you again soon. From the bottom of my heart, blessed be.